Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I haven't recorded a video for a very long time. Over the summer, I kind of lost my passion for fish tanks. I've taken down most of my tanks. A lot of fish died from ick. A lot of my plants died, and I kind of lost my passion for it over the summer. So I haven't recorded a video for a really long time. But I recently got back into it, and I want to start over and build everything back up. So I recently built this tank. I just did this yesterday. I had it set up for a couple of months. These are just my surviving fish from my other tanks. I just mixed them all together. They all get along. And yeah, I bought this tank on OfferUp. It came with the CO2, the stand, and the tank with the lid and the light for all 50 bucks. So it was a very good deal. The guy wanted to get rid of it, so I bought it. I set it up and then put all my fish in, the rest of the plants that survived, and it's looking pretty good now. I put the wood in yesterday, and I kind of got the tank kind of all set up, but there's still a few missing pieces. The filter I already had. It was from my 88 tank that I took down, but I got some more plants. This is a Rotala, I think. I kind of forgot my plant names. This is Liliopsis. And then I bought this moss. I'm pretty sure it's Christmas moss, but there's no name on it. And here are my other tanks. This tank is just a holding tank for my brother's fish. He's moving, so I'm gonna keep these fish for him until he moves, and then I'll give it back to him. There's baby fish in here. Let's see if we can see one right there. There's one right there, actually. I'm not too sure what fish they are because it was in a tank where there was only one guppy, so I don't think it could be that guppy unless it was pregnant when I put it in. And then the orb or the bowl is doing very well. There is 5 shrimp in here and 1 guppy, but it looks very nice. I put some plants in, it's kind of growing in. I don't do anything to this tank. No trims, no water changes. I let it do what it does, and it's doing very good. The water's healthy and the fish is healthy too. So today I'm going to be going over my plans of tanks that are coming in the future, and I'm also going to be putting these plants into that tank. So over here I moved my ADA 60P. It used to be over there, but I put it over here by my bed, and I am going to take all the dirt out, completely clean on the inside, buy an external filter, and make this thing a saltwater tank. I think that'll be super cool. I bought half the stuff for it. I still need a couple more things, but wouldn't that be cool to have a little nano reef? There is a blue light setting, which I see in saltwater tanks all the time, but I will be buying a new light that's made for saltwater aquariums. So let's put these plants into the tank. Okay, so I did it finally off camera. That took longer than expected. I can definitely tell that I'm rusty, but it looks really good right there. Now I'm going to get a net and then net out all this like debris from the plant, and then plant the other plants. I don't know where I put any of my nets, and this is the only one I can find, so it looks like I'm going to be using a super tiny net to net out all the debris. I got all the dead leaves out, and for beginners in this hobby that like to use plants in their tanks, it's always useful to get a net and net up all the dead leaves, because if you leave them, they can cause extra nutrients that you don't need in the tank, and it can just make your tank look more scummy. So make sure to always get a net and take out all your dead leaves. Okay, so the next plant up is a Liliopsis brasiliensis. So to get this plant prepared and ready, it's very easy. You take the card out, you pinch this and kind of grab it, and then the plastic crate that's in, just throw down. It's split in half. This is called rock wall. This is to give the plant nutrients before it's put in a tank. You want to make sure you get rid of this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but at least try to get 98% of it off. And then I like to take a fork or tweezers and kind of run it through the roots, but this plant doesn't have much left in it. So a little rinse, and then it's ready to be put in the tank. So I just got done planting the Liliopsis. I turned the filter back on, and Liliopsis is a very dirty plant. I've been netting out dead leaves and such, and it just, there's so much. Anyway, so I planted some right there, and some on the top. I feel like that gives the wood a little bit more life. And then now it's time for the moss. So I want to put rocks there to support this piece of wood because it's kind of like falling down. But I'm going to wrap that in moss. So it's going to cover the rocks and kind of make it look like there's like grass there. And I think it's going to look really sick. So it's going to look cool, and it's going to give the wood more of a base to be on. So in order to do that, I'm going to take my Christmas moss, a rock, or like that size, or a little bit smaller, and some cotton thread, and tie it around the rock. This does not pollute the water in any way. It's 100% safe for fish and plants. And yeah, it blends in with the moss, and you won't be able to notice it once the moss grows in. So this is what it looks like. This is my first time doing it, by the way. I've seen this on YouTube, so I know the little hack they do. But you need to tie these together. So that is what it looks like in the tank. It looks pretty cool. And like I said, you'll be able to see the string for about like a couple weeks until the moss grows over it. But it looks pretty cool. I'm going to do that to a couple more rocks. Okay, so I put some moss back there. I put moss right there. I got a rock and put it there. It looks pretty cool. Once that grows in, you won't see the strings and it will look pretty cool. And like grows up this rock. It's going to look really, really natural. I put one right there. I put one right there. And I put a rock under that piece of wood, so it's like pretty secure now and it can't fall down. And yeah, put some Liliopsis up there, stem plants back there, and the tank is looking pretty nice. I'm happy with it. I'll pick up once the tank is cleared. And the last thing I'm going to do off camera is add some of these root taps, just extra nutrients for the plants to feed off of and make them more green and healthy.